Get ready to enhance your gameplay with minimal effort. Yes, it sounds like a great deal because it is. Lot traits take literally seconds to add to either residential or community spaces. To add them, simply hop into build mode, select venue info in the top left hand corner, and then choose the traits panel, from which you can add various traits to your lot. And without any further ado, we're going to take a look at 12 of the best lot traits to improve your gameplay. Let's get started. First up is the private dwelling lot trait, which is available in the base game, and this has a very specific but helpful purpose. While it won't have much impact on commercial lots, when it's added to residential lots, it will prevent visitors from dropping by and knocking on your front door to annoy you. And we all know how townies love to drop by unexpectedly, often with nothing to offer. Take my sim Celeste. Seeing as she's a criminal that for the most part lives underground, she doesn't want to be disturbed, and so it's perfect for her. It can really bring to life the idea that a sim is unfriendly or unapproachable, or even compliment a sim who simply likes to be alone. Next up is the clothing optional trait, which is also base game. When this is in effect, it will all of a sudden be completely acceptable to strip off and live your best nude life at the lot that it's added to. Most sims will do this autonomously, but note that some traits, such as if a sim is neat or a snob, will prevent a sim from stripping down, and rather than embrace the nudity, they'll gain an uncomfortable moodlet. Understandably, you can't add this to lots such as high schools, university housing, and vet clinics. But less understandably, you also can't add it to residential lots, which I think is odd because what if you wanted to make a couple autonomously walk around in the nude together? Despite this, the lot trait can really shine. For example, you could make a nudist park or bar. If you have the Get Together expansion pack, you could make a nightclub where nudity is allowed, and a very appropriate application is that if you have the Island Living expansion pack, then you could create a nudist beach. Really, this lot trait just allows you to make gameplay a little more chaotic and risque in seconds, and we love it for it. For the third trait, we're going to look at teen neighborhood, and this will make it so that more teens hang out in the neighborhood surrounding the lot. In short, you'll be more likely to run into teens when you add this to a lot, and this can be great for creating spaces catered to teenager sims, such as an internet cafe. It just helps teenagers to find each other and can really help gameplay for this life stage along. Before continuing, I want to give a quick shout out to the University Student Hangout lot trait too. This requires the Discover University expansion pack, and it will attract university students to the lot that it's added to. In addition, this will also make food and drink prices on the lot 30% cheaper. For number 4, we're looking at the Study Spot lot trait from the Discover University expansion pack. This has 3 effects that across the board can make gameplay easier for studious sims. Firstly, it makes completing homework for sims go much faster, and it'll be just a tad less than twice as fast to finish. And it works for children, teenagers, and university students. The Study Spot lot trait also gives a small boost to skill building and makes sims exhausted from studying slightly slower while on the lot. Overall, it passively saves your sims so much time that they can then put towards more engaging aspects of the game, like going out and building relationships. Next, we're looking at the Good Schools lot trait from the City Living expansion pack, and this will give your school-age sims a boost to their school performance, allowing them to get high grades more easily. Not only is this trait helpful in making schooling a little bit easier, but it can also be great for storytelling as it can bring to life the idea of sending your children to a selective school. Now let's turn our attention to the Gnomes lot trait, which is also brought in from City Living. This one is rather simple, and it will see invisible gnomes repair broken objects overnight, generally just after 3 AM. Note that for this to come into effect, all sims in the household need to be asleep at the time. If you can't be bothered repairing or upgrading things for a hot minute, then this could be the fix you need. Moving on, and still from City Living, let's take a look at the mean vibe lot trait. With this added to a lot, when your sim is on the receiving end of mischief or mean interactions, they'll have a chance to gain an additional mean vibes angry moodlet. While the impact isn't huge, it can be rather helpful for if you're looking to make enraged sims who could die from cardiac arrest, or even for storytelling in making your lot feel less welcoming. Now we're going to take a look at the cat and dog friendly lot traits from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, and these can be really great for bringing to life community lots. These traits will attract cat owners and their cats, and dog owners and their dogs to a lot respectively. For example, you could add the dog-friendly lot trait to a park to make it a dog park, or if you have the Get Together expansion pack, then you can add the cat-friendly trait to a cafe to create a cat cafe. Before continuing, I also want to give a quick mention to the dog hangout and cat hangout trait, which rather than attracting pets and their owners, will attract strays to the lot instead, which you may want to make use of. A quick one now, being the registered vampire lair trait from the Vampires game pack. This just sees your sim or vampire receive some helpful objects in the mail from time to time, such as plasma packs and various vampire-related plant seeds. While it's not hugely impactful, I just find receiving things in the mail to be quite fun, and I think it's a quick way to make day-to-day vampire life a tad more interesting. For number 10, let's take a look at the Island Spirits lot trait from the Island Living expansion pack. This will see island spirits pop up on your lot from time to time, and these have 3 interactive options. If you release them, then they'll just leave. If you banish them, then you'll be given a negative moodlet, so maybe don't do that. Importantly, if you commune with them, then they'll leave your sim with a positive moodlet and fill and maintain one of their needs for the duration of the moodlet, which lasts quite a while. It's really just a rather quick and fun way to spice up your game, and it could even help support the idea of a lot being haunted. Now let's turn our attention to the geothermal and the natural well lot traits from the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack, and these have a few cool perks. The geothermal lot trait will reduce your electricity bill, and the natural well lot trait will reduce your water bill. In addition, when swimming in a pool on a lot with the geothermal trait, it will grant the warm waters happy moodlet. And when drinking water on a lot with the natural well trait, it'll grant the fresh spring water happy moodlet. On top of this, if you are playing in a lot with the off the grid challenge enabled, then the geothermal lot trait will see your lot passively generate a little bit of electricity over time, which can be used to power electronics while off the grid. The natural well lot trait will see your lot passively gain a little bit of water over time, which can then be used to make objects like toilets, baths, and showers work normally. Note that these traits will only provide a little bit of electricity and water, and it won't be enough to constantly use electronics or plumbing objects normally while playing off the grid. And now, the final lot traits we're going to take a look at are the upcoming hotspot and the hottest spot in town traits from the Get Famous expansion pack, which can be added to most community lot types. The hottest spot in town lot trait will see highly famous celebrities appear much more often on the lot, and it will also double the cost of buyable goods such as food and drink. If you have a restaurant with this lot trait, then Sims who dine there will need to pay a cover charge of 50 simoleons per person just to be seated too. The up and coming hotspot lot trait will attract more low and mid-tier celebrities to a lot, and it also makes it so that highly famous celebs who are at least B-list or 3-star celebs will get a 25% discount on goods that they can buy, such as food and drink. The main draw card here is really that it lets you tailor lots to celebrities, such as making a high-profile bar that stars go to, or if you have the Dine Out game pack, then a fine dining restaurant that's popular with the celebs. There's lots of possibilities. And with that, we're at the end. That's 12 lot traits that can improve your gameplay in The Sims 4. Feel free to let me know any lot traits that you yourself love or make use of in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed or found this helpful, then please subscribe and leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And have an amazing day. See you later.